He was supposed to introduce me as 10 berries, but true to form, I forgot to tell him. Who remembers growing up as a little kid? Couple? It was difficult, wasn't it? I mean, having ADHD, I always learned things the hard way, like not every woman's breast is a free buffet. My grandmother's dress isn't a tent, especially if she's wearing it. Oh, you get out of there, you little shit. Manly voice, my grandmother. And I must have been about 4 or 5, and my dad was walking down the stairs, and this was the first time that I'd actually seen his penis. It reminded me of a Muppet with an afro. I wasn't quite sure if it was going to play a saxophone or heckle me from a balcony. But there was something different about it. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I did try. So I had a little look down my Jim will fix it wire fronts. I mean, you can't buy them anymore, can you? Saddle smiling face right next to my 4-year-old Atlantic prawn. Now then. But I didn't have hair, so, Daddy, why is yours hairy? He said, son, in the same voice as my grandmother. When you get older, you get hair in places you might not like. It's called puberty. Obviously, I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. I thought he might as well just give me a beer. Well, he did, but that's a story for another time. I'm going to skip through the school years because I was a late developer. And quite frankly, I've had enough of being called Benny Baldy Balls. Not entirely true though, is it? Because you get older and you go out clubbing. You want to look good, don't you? And some idiot suggests manscaping. Now, it's like landscaping, but a lot more painful. A skilled topiary would be our push to get that right the first time. Now, you might be able to make a hedge look like a flamingo, but a man's bush, whole different kettle of fish. I had to get my wrist in angles I didn't even realise was humanly possible. I was like Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. And he sat on the toilet, bleeding. Once I'd mastered it though, I could look back at that pre-pubescent 14-year-old boy once again and go, do you know what, Ben? That was fucking weird. Women, they've been doing this for decades. My wife, who is now rolling her eyes at me, this was coming up, who knew it? She favours the Brazilian landing strip. She's ginger. I can confirm that the drapes do match the curtains. Whatever that means. All I know is, every time I go down on her, for some reason, I fancy a fish finger sandwich.
So bad.
We actually met on a dating app. Grindr? Tinder. Our first date was amazing though. She turned up, rock chick. Now that's a bit of me, and I was like, oi oi girl, it's a wiggle. Actually, I weren't that cool. I was so nervous. And so that I didn't physically shit myself, I took a load of Cocodamol in the morning. Jeez. We're having a few pints in the beer garden. The sun starts to go down, it's getting chilly. So, I'd done my washing that day. I went to put my jacket on, to put my arm through the sleeve. A fucking sock fell out. Not on the floor, so I could have just kicked it under the table and just denied it. It just popped out like a kid's mitten. I was like, I don't want any normal person would do in that situation. Put it on my hand. She says, do you want to go for a walk? I was in the pub, of course I fucking didn't. So I'd done the right thing. I lied. Yeah, why not? On the way to the beach, right, there's a field with horses in it. And I have to tell her now, I'm scared of horses, Jane. You'll be alright, she says, in the same voice as my grandmother. Well, obviously I didn't want to lose faith. place, so I braved it. No sooner had we shut that gate than this gargantuan of a Shetland comes trotting over to us. So I confidently grab her by the arms, just shove her in front like a human shield. I don't know why she married me. I mean, you don't tell everyone on a first date everything about yourself, do you, you know? Like, she didn't tell me that she was a fucking hippie. They've always kind of annoyed me, hippies, you know? That whole peace, love, and flower power nonsense. Everyone knows if you want a power clock, use a potato, not a rhododendron. I've been so nervous about doing this. Right? I've been pacing all morning. I'm still doing it now. But I sweated, and thanks to manscaping, my testicles have stuck to both fires. And the fact that the older you get, the more pendulous they become. I can actually recreate the Fleetwood Mac Rumours album cover without any props. And yes, this is the Martian from Sesame Street as a penis tassel.
Yay!
My wife actually made it for me. It's supposed to be for the car. Do you know what? Right? There were so many other things I was going to do, but I just want to take this moment to say I have met some amazingly funny people doing this, you know? And we're all going to stay in contact with each other, and that's a beautiful thing. Life is too short to live in anger and regret. So go out, do something stupid, have a laugh, enjoy it, because you don't know what's around the next corner. I am Cliff Merries. You lot have been amazing. Thank you very much.